Greetings, this is your friend, your buddy, your pal, Artis Benjamin Whitmore. You're tuning into the Mack Manual program. And today I'm going to be answering the question that I get quite often. I love to help guys further their status as ladies' men, as husbands, as boyfriends, as desirable men in the marketplace of love, of dating and relationships. Why do I call it a marketplace? Because it's very comparable to a marketplace. It's competition. It's a commodity, but I won't get too deep on that end. But seriously, I love to help. I answer questions all the time for people, for guys who want to, or people in general. I do. I help ladies too, but mostly guys who want to solidify their relationships and solidify their position as interaction with women, and most of the time it comes down to sex. Guys want to have sex. People want to have sex. Okay, let's just be real. Guys like to have sex. We all love to have sex. It's just part of our nature and our DNA. Especially my young guys. I love to help my young guys. I love to help my young guys who are. I love talking to my young guys who are ambitious, doing things. They have half the battle down as far as their looks go. They're not bad looking guys. They know how to dress. They have the basics down as far as conversation down. But there can be a disconnect from there, depending on where they're at in life. They're just not having sex. I have a particular young guy. I won't mention his name, of course, but I mentor him, coach him. Good looking guy, very smart, very personable. And he says, I'm not getting any sex, ABW. I'm interacting with women. They're attracted to me. They seem like they're feeling me, but they won't have sex with me. So let's talk about why you're not having sex. Or, get some understanding or put that whole paradigm into perspective. It doesn't have to be hit or miss. Let's talk about this. Think about the places you're going. Think about the places you hang out. Think about the conversations that you have that you're engaging in. The subjects. Think about the way you establish yourself with women right off the bat. Look at yourself objectively. Do you carry yourself in a confident, dare I say, sexual nature? That means something. Do you think sex? Do you think sex? Are you masturbating a lot? Because that can have an effect on you. Are you watching a lot of porn? That can have an adverse effect on you. Maybe you're coming off as maybe that energy that you're. I mean, it's really kind of unexplainable, but you can tell the guys who are. I mean, everybody has their intimate time with their self, but some guys are taking that to an extreme level, and it shows. If you're watching a lot of porn, you're masturbating a lot, it can give off, it can show in your energy, believe me. Are you interacting with women on a predatorial level? Do you come off as desperate? Look at yourself objectively. Look at yourself. Be self-aware. All of these things factor into having a sexual aura and then resulting in having sex. Now, do you believe in seasons? Do you believe that maybe it's just not your season to be having sex? Is there something, like the universe, the sex gods, whatever you want to call it, are they keeping you from something? Are they keeping you, especially if you're single and you're out there having a lot of sex, you're single, you don't have any kids, maybe you need to reevaluate that. If you're having a lot of sex, maybe that's good, but maybe you need to reevaluate that. Maybe sex is a distraction for you. Maybe if you're not having sex, that's the sex gods and the universal way of keeping you from getting too lost and distracted by sex, losing your focus. Maybe there's something you need to be working on. Maybe there's something you need to be pursuing that's a lot more fulfilling and a lot more of an investment of your time than sex. I've been there. I spent a lot of my early years, my 20s. I could have been way more productive, but I was having sex. I was pursuing sex. I was pursuing women. Sex is lovely, but I do understand, you know, on a less superficial level, on a less egotistical level, on a bigger picture level. I wasted a lot of time having sex with the wrong people, with the people who weren't ultimately in my future or going to be in my future. With women, people. Not yeah, women, only women, and that's something that you should be thinking about. Period. That's something that's a paradigm shifting concept for a lot of guys. What is a Mac? A Mac is a man of aptitude, charm, and knowledge. So you need to be able to put that aptitude in effect and know when you're supposed to be working on those other things, working on that charm, working on that knowledge, acquiring valuable character assets. And sometimes sex doesn't fit in that equation. But I'll digress off that because the fact of the matter is, some guys are not even at that level. Some guys got everything clicking. You got everything systematized, you got everything just clicking for you, but you're still not having sex. Sex will be maybe a welcome relief for you, a welcome distraction, and you're not having it. So let's talk about that. Now, I really can't tell you what to do step by step. I can't tell you what your problem is, but I can tell you what works. I always talk about principles. Principles are principles because they always work. Women today are more guarded than ever. They have their guard up more than ever nowadays, 2017 and beyond. Women are more focused. They're career driven. They have the entrepreneurial spirit. They're ambitious. There's a real concern for safety, health concerns, any type of risk. There's a real concern um, for just for your safety as far as your welfare, your well-being. It's a lot of sick guys out here who are messing it up for regular guys. A lot of sick guys who are messing it up for them because you got predators more than ever. You got perverts more than ever. You got assholes more than ever. You got rapists. You have just general threats to a woman's well-being internally and externally, more than ever. It's real. You know, like I said, not so much physical, but emotional. Raping women's emotions as well as their bodies. It might not be something that's really out there in the forefront and as far as the conversation, but it's real. We're more connected more than ever with the connectivity in our pockets, in our hands. Smartphones. Which is women are more guarded nowadays more than ever for good reason. Well, the good news for you is that you listen to me right now because you're different. You're not a part of the general crowd. It's a lot of guys who have dropped the ball on a lot of guys have dropped the ball on being true men, true to what a man is supposed to be for themselves, for their children, for their families, for their significant others, for the woman of their affections. A lot of guys dropping the ball. Good news for you is you can pick up the ball and you can run with that sucker and you'll look like a star because you are a star. That's the good news for you. So your conversation cannot be overtly, blatantly, abruptly, obnoxiously about sex. First and foremost, just can't happen. Follow their lead. If they take it there, then you take it there. If they take it there, as far as sex, through the course of the conversation, and this is pre-sex. If you've already had sex with a woman and you're not having sex with her now, that's a whole nother conversation, whole nother topic that we'll touch on at another time. This is pre-sex. If she takes it there, then you up the ante. If you're engaging with a female and she's taking it and talking about sex and she's talking nasty to you, you talk extra nasty to her. You let her know that you are, Rick James super freak. Seriously. Okay? Let her know that. Be humble about it. Be, kind of be you kind of gotta you gotta gauge her freakiness. You gotta kind of, but if she's talking about being freaky, you let her know you super nasty. Serious. But be nonchalant about it. You gotta use your personality in it, infuse your personality, but be nonchalant about it. Be confident and be a little shy about it. But let her know that you're free. If she again, that's if she's taking it there. If not, then don't take it there. You don't want to be the one to initiate the sexual conversation. That's just a general rule. She's guarded. Again, women are guarded more than ever. She still wants to have sex with somebody. It's a need for us. But she wants to make sure that it's going to be worth her while. It's going to be worth her time. It's going to be worth her dignity. She wants to make sure it's going to be worth letting down a few guards, shedding a few layers, giving in to some vulnerability. And that's your job to work on that in the most subtle way, unsexual way. And that might sound mysterious, cryptic, or very vague. I'm always open for any questions. But like I said, I can't touch on just every single detail. But you have to You have to learn to how to, there are ways you can trigger those buttons that one by one will shed her layers, that will incite her curiosity, that will make her feel comfort. And comfort is everything. Comfort is everything to a woman. That's the key. If she feels comfortable with you, that's most of the battle right there. If you're attractive and she's comfortable with you, and 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 see, that's the thing about women. Let's think about women. The whole attraction thing is so nebulous. The idea of attraction, as far as physical attraction, it's so nebulous. It's so up in the air. It's all over the place with women. Don't trust what a woman tells you that she likes at all. 6 foot plus with a beard, tattoos, muscular. No, don't trust any of that at all. What a woman says she likes. You know, with social media, you'll see women will put under 6 feet need not apply or something like that. There's a lot. There's a proliferation of nowadays of women to be very specific and be very picky, specify exactly what type of man that they want. Women feel like at this point, women are prizes. I'm not going to downplay that. Look, I have 3 daughters, to give you a little behind the scenes access to me. I have 3 daughters, a wife. Women are near and dear to me. My grandma, mom, sister. I love women. I'm always around women that I love ones. And I mean, I love women. They're so beautiful, enigmatic, and just lovely. And of course, they're prize worthy. But at the same time, how can I say this? I mean, at the same time, there is a level that needs to be broken to where um, there are high horses that that some women sit on that need to be taken down. You get what I'm saying? So when you put yourself in the mind frame that you're a prize, when you don't make them as prize worthy, everything in perspective, everything balanced now. Remember that. That's just a life lesson. When you do that, and when you're cutting a lot of that excess fat that doesn't need to be there, and that's big with women nowadays. There's a lot of excess fat as far as um, there's a lot of excess fat as far as superficiality. When you cut all that away, so women don't know what they're attracted to. Okay? Let, let, let me tell you something about human beings, period. Human beings don't know what they want. They really don't. They really don't know what they want. We're so persuaded by what we see. We're so persuaded by what we see other people have, and we think we want that. People are very outer directed. I don't know if this has always been the case as far as our nature, but this is something I've observed, and this is something I've observed about human nature, and that's all I do. I just as everything comes from observation. We're very outer directed. We want what other people have. Very rarely do we take the time to really think about what we want, what really drives us, what really motivates us, what really incites our passions, our what do we really want out of life. And that's on a macro level, bigger picture level. But on a smaller level, micro level, when it comes to relationships, we don't even know what we want. We really don't. We don't know what we want from day to day. We don't know what we like. We don't know what we don't like. A lot of women think that they have an idea of what they want, and they might be attracted to a certain type, but they're not aware of what they don't know. They don't know what they don't know. They don't know the other possibilities of what they might be attracted to until you present something to them that is until you put something in their view that looks like it is to be desired. It's just like when you're surfing the internet, Facebook or whatever, and they have these algorithms and everything. It's that, marketing. That's a whole other issue. But you're going browsing. You're not looking for something in particular. You're just browsing, just passing the time, and then something comes across your face, an advertisement that entices you, that makes you click on it, makes you make a purchase, makes you buy, or makes you opt in or sign up for something. You weren't looking for it, but somehow, some way, through the algorithms and the marketing, and that's a beautiful thing all in itself. But that's a whole other topic. Somehow, some way, something was presented to you that you didn't even know that you really wanted, and how that's fascinating how you can take somebody from a desire that they didn't even know that they had into, you know, in the case of a product, you're buying it, or in the case of a relationship or a connection or interpersonal interaction, you're getting them in bed or getting their number, taking them on a date. That's fascinating how you can take them from one place to the next, to whatever your desired outcome, your result you want it to be. And this happens all the time. You can make it happen for you. You know. So you have to present yourself as confidently as you can, and but as covertly subtle as you can, humble as you can, because you don't want to be, if your intentions are to have sex with a woman, you can't let that be so apparent. But then at the same time, don't be deceptive. Don't be so coy about it. If it happens to present itself, like I said again, don't be deceptive. There is a way to be gentlemanly and to be very direct and be very honest about what your intentions are, about wanting to get a woman in bed. There's a way to be gentlemanlike but be very direct, but not be creepy about it. Now, I do coaching on that. I can't go into detail. I mean, it varies from your personality. I can't really drill that down, but this is just a principle that you need to get in your mind, that there is a way to be gentlemanlike but be direct. And this is something that I've learned over the years, something that I'm still learning. That I'm married now, but I've had a few women in my lifetime, humbly speaking. But more importantly, I've helped a lot of guys. And this information, if it gets into the wrong hands, if this state of mind, this way of living, it's black magic. It's black magic if used the wrong way. So it comes with it comes. That's how serious it is. It comes with great responsibility, and that's not my intention. And hopefully that's not your intention. But you're able to learn how to frame and see things differently and have a whole new frame of reference in mind, reference points to work from when dealing with women, so that you can direct everything, everything to your desired liking and result and outcome. And then you have to learn how to humble yourself at the same time. You know, these principles will teach you how to humble yourself so that you'll be able to make compromises. Compromises are going to have to happen when you're making a connection. You're going to be disappointed at times in your relationship or your interpersonal interaction with women, and that's just a fact. But I won't tarry too much on that subject about having sex. Maybe we'll address this issue another time. Again, I'm just trying to help somebody because I've experienced some success, and I've took the bumps, I've took the bruises, I've had the experience, and hopefully you can travel a less bumpy road that I traveled. I took a lot of bumps and bruises. I didn't, like I said, it's black magic. I didn't always use this information the right way. So, again, this is your friend, your buddy, your pal, artist Benjamin Whitmore. Call me ABW. Sayonara, Hashataki, Hayama. Goodbye.